Thank you everyone for joining us, and I'm really excited to speak to undoubtedly the most successful cyclist we have in the UAE. And I just want to go quickly through the list of your achievements, Yousif. You have been pro since 2009. You have been national road champion in 2010, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 8 times, yeah, national road champion. TT 7 times, Al Salam champion, 2-time gold medal in Asian Games. And this was in 1 year, 2 gold medals, which was an outstanding achievement. You had 5 silver medals, and you have been the first ever cyclist of the United Arab Emirates to present the nation during Olympic Games in Rio 2016.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Yousif Mirza.
Thank you, Wolfi. Thank you for having me today, and I'm very happy and excited to share my journey and stories to our friends and you, Wolfi.
Thank you. We have a little clip from the UAE races, and I ask Will, please, if you can play the clip, and we will watch it, and then you will tell us a little bit about it. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
You won Al Salam race many times. I've seen this is the
I went twice.
Twice.
Yes, twice. Yeah. This the video was the first edition of Salam race in 2018. Yeah. No,
Yes.
I think 18 in 2018, and I win 18 and 19.
Very good, fantastic. Normally, I will ask people when I interview them, what was the first introduction of the sport? What was your first memories and your first inspiration? But today I had a special call with your brother, and I asked him about your career, and it was very nice. And he told me many stories. So I think I will give you some of the stories he told me, and I think we're gonna have a nice story. And obviously, your brother himself is a very good cyclist. When I came to Dubai and we have Friday morning rides, I had the pleasure to ride with him, and we had some really good rides on Friday morning. And I was there when he won races and so on. So really good. He told me that obviously in your house, he was your older brother. He's 4 years older,
Yes.
and he was first into cycling. And then he told me that little Yousif was watching the brother and he wanted to become a cyclist. So how did you see this story?
Yeah, I was. By the way, when I was a kid, he was my idol. He gave me the motivation to start cycling. Yeah, but I remember in 1999, it was in Korfakan. I saw him every day. He's going to the club riding bikes with his friends. Where he do some races. I saw his photos in the newspaper, sometimes in the TV. You know, it give me something to be. I want to be like him. I want to riding my bike with my friends in my age. And every time I told to him, I was trying to him, take me with you, brother, take me. He said, no, you stay, you are little, stay. We need more time to grow up after I will take you. But in the final, he accepted and take me to the club.
Yeah, he said sometimes when the bus was coming and you were not allowed to go in the bus, maybe there was one or the other tear coming.
Yeah, I remember that days. Yeah.
But then one day the big day was coming, and you were allowed to go with him to the club the first time. And you remember that first day, because he remembered the day. You know.
Yeah. I remember from my first day on the bike. I was 9 years old.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to do much kilometer I can. Yeah, I was. Yeah, on the first day I want to compete with the riders.
Yes. You told me the first day you were riding, I think, more than 20 kilometers, and you didn't want to stop because you wanted to prove everyone that you will be a champion.
Yeah. I remember that day we start from Korfakan to Diba and come back, and the coach was responsible about the riders. He was shocked about me that I can continue the training with the other riders from first day. So yeah, from there the story was started.
Very good. You said he was your hero from early days, but did you have another person? Do you follow the races in Europe? You watch anything on TV? Do you know
on
any
that
riders?
days, yeah, Wolfi, on that days we don't know cycling much. We don't have channels that can show us the cycling in Europe. But yeah, we can see sometimes in internet some races like big races like Tour de France, Giro d'Italia. Yeah, but to be honest, no riders was on my mind to say that was my hero.
Yes. He mentioned as well that you were always very interested as a cyclist in all the technology. Was there a bicycle you always wanted to have when you were a little boy? Because he said when you were traveling to Europe, it was always difficult to get you out of the bicycle store. You were always staying there, and he said, listen, we have to go, Yousif, and you wanted to look all the bikes and everything. Do you remember any bike when you were a young kid that you want to have?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I start my first bike. I think was Olmo,
Yes.
Olmo brand. Yeah. After was aluminum bike.
Yes.
But I got many promises from coach that if I start the season and I got on the podium, he will give me the new bike as with a half carbon and half aluminum. So I kill myself every race, but I cannot win. So every season, going to another season, every 3 years, he said, okay, you have to win. That's I can give you, but no win, no new bike.
Very good.
So I start with Olmo. Yeah.
He told me as well that when you were a young rider, when after the training, the riders got one juice. And if you were a strong rider, you get 2 juice. And for you, always a bit plain.
Yeah, this is everything. Yeah, what he told you there is true. Yeah, because when you are doing well in the cycling, in the training session and in the race, yeah, sure, the coach will take care of you more and more. They will give you a new jersey. He will give us like 2 juice maybe. Yeah, that is it.
Very good. And I think people maybe know the situation in Dubai. Cycling has been quite more developed in Dubai, but you came from Khor Fakkan and the club in Khor Fakkan. And then you had to travel for training to Al Ali Club, Al Ain Club, and you came over to train with the club. And it was always very difficult. Obviously, you had to travel quite a distance, and I heard you took a hotel to stay there, and you took a hotel in Ajman because Dubai has been quite expensive to stay. Yes. But this was very challenging for you to do this. So can you tell us a bit about this?
When we was young, on that days, I think Badr told you it was in 2004 to 2005. But it was our challenge to show ourselves that we have a dream to do. We have a dream to achieve. That's we have to go step by step. You cannot go to step directly to the top. You have to go step by step. And on that days, yes, it was very hard to show ourselves that we are a good cyclist, and we have to travel from Khor Fakkan to Dubai every day, go and back. And the time like this, in the summer, the clubs choose the riders in the July. I think in July. So they choose for the training camp. If you are a good rider, they will take you on the list and will travel with the club, or you will do a training camp with the new team and with the Al Ahly club. So on that days, me and Badr, we passed in the many hard things, many experience, hard experience, and we show ourselves, and we got in the club, Al Ahly club.
Very good. Badr told me as well, when he was already a senior rider and you were the junior, and he wanted to ride for Al Ahly club, and then they said, yeah, we take you, but you have to bring your brother, because we feel he's a young junior and he has a lot of talent. So we only take when both of you are riding for the same team.
Yeah. I'm always happy to riding with my brother. I think everyone happy, feeling happy and proud to have one of your family with you, one of your family member with you. How is my brother? I'm always feeling with how you say, proud. That's my older brother with me on the peloton, and I think if anything happens, he can protect me. So that's feeling give me more comfortable on the bike.
Very nice. I want to share a story from this as well, because your brother told me, and I think just to explain how you grew up, and I think it shows as well that you had a hard upbringing. He told me that your mother, God bless her, passed away in 2001, and you were only 13, and 2 years later your father passed away. God bless him. And so you were 15 when you had no parents anymore, and then you had to look. You had two sisters, and you had to look after them, and you were supporting them, and obviously on top of all of that, doing cycling, and this is just unbelievable. How do you remember these days?
Yeah, that days I think was the hardest days in my life. So I can share some of that days with you and our friends. As Badr told you, we had two sisters, and we lose our parents in 2 years, and we was too young. I think I was 12 years or 13 years, and Badr older than me 4 years. So me 13, Badr is 17, and on the same time, I'm in love with cycling, but I cannot do cycling and leave my sisters at home alone. So that's the biggest challenge for me to do it on that day. So when Badr travel with the national team or with the club, I have to stay at home. So I wait until they are growing up, my sister, and they finish their school. I stay with them. After that, I take the responsibility to start. Was hard, but we have to do this. Because we don't have anyone to take care of them. But we care of them, and they are until now with us, and we are very proud of them. That's we are one family.
No, I can see. And I think you did very, very well to bring them up. And I think both of them are engineers now. Your sisters are engineers. One working.
That's why I said I am proud of them now. Yes. That's why.
So that's a great achievement. And I'm sure that these, I spoke now to many champions, and I think lots of them have something in their life where it was really challenging. And with this being so challenging for them, this gave them the strength to become one of the best cyclists in the world. And I see now your story as well, to see that you have gone through so many adversities and still you find the strength and the energy with your family to overcome this and train and find more time to training and so on. So I really congratulate you for doing all this. And I hear as well that you were driving them to school, even so you were not
every morning when they are starting the school, I'm taking them 6:30 early morning and picking him up at 2:30 every day for 3 years.
Okay, but how old were you? How old? You were like 15 or 16?
Yes. But this, in Corfacan, not like in Dubai.
Very good. No, but I think this is good. Yeah, I think that's great. And again, very, very well
But
done.
on that, Wolfi, in that situation, you cannot do anything, you know.
No,
I
it's the right thing.
we cannot send them with taxi, or we cannot, the problem with the transporters, they cannot reach our area. So that's
Yes.
only one solution for me.
And I think, again, you have done really well. I know she got a scholarship, and she got from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. I think your daughter was supported, your sister was supported. And I think this outstanding for her outstanding performance in her studies. So she got support. And I think this is an outstanding achievement, another outstanding achievement in your family, with you being, and you and your brother being such good cyclists, and she's being such a clever person. I think that's great. So well done.
Thank you, Wolfi.
And again, I spoke to your brother, and he said he's so proud of you and what you have achieved and what you have achieved together. He was really speaking very, very highly about you. Yeah.
Thanks. He's always my hero. Until now, he's my hero. You know, I cannot moving without him. To be honest with you, he's my, like, one part of me. You know, he's teach me everything about cycling. I cannot say that I'm a professional cyclist and he's in, you know. He teach me everything from young until now, and I still learning from him. So I am very proud to be. He's my brother and I'm his brother.
Very nice. That's very good. Again, you had obviously great achievements in Asian Games. You had the first ever medal in 2015 ever achieved from UAE cyclists to win at an Asian Games, because the UAE was established Cycling Federation in 1974, and then it took until 2015 to win with you the first medal. You remember that first race and the first medal you won?
Sure, I not remember the only first race. I remember the first Asian race for me. It was in 2008.
Okay.
That's if you want to talk about the medal, we have to start from beginning. Yes. How I start the Asian.
You came back from China from cycling, and then there was another setback that you lost your work. You were working at immigration, and then I think you lost your work. It was just a few days, a month before you got married, and that was quite a challenge for you.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you know, if you want to talk about this, it's a little bit secret to me, but I can share to you. Yeah, no problem. Because, you know, in the last 10 years ago, the sport of cycling not so famous and not so big in UAE, because when I'm in work, somebody tell you what you are doing. Are you do cyclist? So it's not a big sport. Go to football or move to football. So some misunderstanding happening in my work, and I got letter from federation to get free to travel, but it's not acceptable from the work, but without tell me, and I get fired from my work. But I continue on the race. I continue the championship with national team, and I won the Arab Championship, I think, on that year. After that, I went to the Sheikh Said bin Zayed,
yes.
who's the minister of police in UAE, and he accepted my request, and he returned me to the work in one day. So yes. I was very, very, very happy to return to my work, and on one day also I got free from work, and they said, you are representing our country and you are representing our flag, so you go and achieve your goals. And and I still remember that day until now.
Very good. You know what? I think it's important to share these stories, because a lot of people have a little problem and they feel, oh, I have to give up and I have to stop. And this
no,
always...
I stay 2 years without salary, without any income for me for 2 years, but I not stopped on that years. It was 2012 and 2013. Yes. I think 1 year and 10 months. Yeah, I remember very well, because it was hardest 1 year and 10 months of my life. Yes.
But you know, I feel, and again, from all the people I spoke to, it's always that they say these years are the ones where you get so much strength for
Yes.
everything to come because you have gone through this. And then if you go cycling, everything, I don't want to say it's easy, but I think everything is different.
Nothing. It's easy, Wolfi. Yeah, that's
Yes,
on that days you have to show your what is your insight. How is
yes,
your feeling inside? You want this sport or not? Because you know in UAE is many things in front of us that's stopping you of to do the sport of cycling. But no,
yes.
I'm still fighting in this sport, and I will continue until the end.
Very good. This is what your brother said. I asked him, please describe Yousif to me. What do you say about him? And he said, the first thing he said, he's a fighter. Yeah, he's passionate about cycling. He's a great team player, and he's always looking after the team and the teammates. But this was he was saying about you, that you were really always fighting, never giving up in any
Yes,
race.
this is something inside me because alone we cannot do anything. Together it's better, you know. I have to. I have to share my experience with my teammates. If I not teach them what I learned, so I am not a good rider, you know, because maybe they didn't get the chance, but I got the chance already. So I have to move and to teach our young rider and our teammates how is the real cycle.
Yes, very good, very good. What do you think? How much is your success? Is it your talent, or how much is the hard work you put in? Is this 50-50, or how?
It depends. It depends. It depends about the what we're talking about. You know, we can say I am not so talented, but I have talent. But I working on my talent to be a good cyclist. You know, to be a good cyclist. I try. If I fall this year, I trying again next year. If I fall next year, I will try again on the third year. So before the line was disconnected, I was talking about the first Asian race I did
Yes,
in Japan.
yes,
So we can go
yes.
back. That's I can. You will understand how I fight
Progress.
year by year. Yes, how I start my first Asian race. So in the 2008 was who's winning the national championship. The coach of national team will choose him on the list to represent UAE in the Asian championship. And
Yes.
my brother, he was in the national team. So I got fifth, and we was six riders. So I am fifth. So I am in the team. So I am very happy to start the Asian championship. So when I go there, I saw many riders from Japan, from China, from Korea, from Iran, from big countries. You know, from Kazakhstan,
Yes.
and I was very scared to race with them, really. So the race was 180 kilometer, and the temperature only 5 degrees to 6, and we are not used to race on that temperature. So I complete only 80 to 90k, and I go out. So I said, I cannot. This is very hard, but it's something come to me that feeling, Yousif, you can win this race. You can, but not this year. But you have to come back and to be more stronger, and you can compete with them. Why not? You have two legs, you have one heart, you have two hands, so you are not different than them. So I discussed with Badr, what do you think, Badr? We can win this race or no? He said, yes, we can, but we have to work more, we have to train more, we have to race also more in Asian, we have to move to Europe in the summer to get more experience and more and more. So year by year, in 2015, I achieved first the silver medal for UAE. That's what you're talking about it.
Yes.
In Thailand. That medal, I don't know. I was lucky or I don't know. It qualified to me to Rio directly. No need to collect points, nothing. So the first position and second position directly going to Brazil. So I don't know how I said I'm happy and I'm proud on that day. I was crying. So when I got when I passed the finish line. So I beat the group with me was 10 rider and one on a breakaway. So I got the second. Yeah, on that day I cannot sleep. I don't know now how I say to you. I don't know how to explain to you my feeling, you know, on that day. Yeah, and year by year, in 2016, 17, I achieved again silver medal in Bahrain in Asian Championship. But in 2018, finally I got the gold in Myanmar. Yeah, so I was working 10 years. You can imagine from 2008 to 2018 is 10 years working for only one medal. So I remember my discussion with my brother, my brother. So I remember the question. So we can win or not? He said, yes, we can win. So I win in 2018, 2 years ago. You can imagine how is the rider or the human when he put something on his mind and building the dream in his. So you have to dream big to do, you know. You have to dream big to achieve something big. Well and done. I achieved my goal. Yeah, I achieved my goal finally in 2018. After that, I put one higher goal directly. So I'm still young. I can achieve more for my country and my team. But in the higher goal, you have to work higher. You have to work more and more. So yeah, my second, my also bigger goal is to get a medal in a World Cup in track. So I'm working on that. I'm working.
But you won 2 gold medals as well.
Yes.
You won the road race and you won the velodrome.
Yes, I won the track. Yeah, I am a good rider in track also, in endurance specialist. I doing omnium on the specialist of track. Yeah, I'm always also doing silver and bronze. But on that year, I was so strong. I don't know. I don't know. So I win double medal in 1 week. Only 5 days between the road and track, and switch from the road to track. And everybody in the track don't believe that I will race the omnium and point race, but I win the point race and the omnium. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. And thank you for sharing this with us. 2016, you had a new chapter for yourself. Yes.
Something I forget. On the night before race in the Asian Championship in 2018, one night before, I finished Dubai tour in the UAE. One night only, I finished the last stage of Dubai tour, and I traveled directly to the Thailand to transit for 4 hours, and taking another plane, changing to the Myanmar, because was not directly international flight. I arrived at 10 o'clock p.m. I sleep at 12, maybe midnight, and wake up 6, and I race at 8 o'clock, and I win the race. So that's
a secret, maybe. Don't sleep.
Yeah, that's the thing. Was a very, very, big challenge for me on that day, one night before. So on that year, I was very focused on that race. So I cannot go out from Dubai tour, because I was preparing for the Asian Championship. So also with my new team, Team Emirates. So I cannot go out from the race. So I have to finish the race, and on the same day I have to travel. So I make it.
Fantastic. We 2016, obviously there was another great success for you, and we have a little video. Will has prepared a little video for the next chapter in your cycling career. So we will play this now. Well done.
That's a nice video.
Yeah, I send it to you later.
It's really nice.
You can show it to your son later.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Obviously, this is the dream for every sports person to go to represent your country in the Olympic Games. How you said you were qualified, and this was obviously winning the race and then being qualified to Olympia. How long does this take to realize I'm going to the Olympic Games?
Yeah, it's you know, we are working on that many years, Wolfi. But you know, when you are presenting in the highest level of the cycling, it's really hard. But it's a very honor and proud to represent your country on that race. You know, in the Olympic, it's not it's not easy, and not something not like any races you can. It's race. It's one day every 4 years. So you can imagine how is it every 4 years. You race it this race. Yeah, but when I qualified, I told you when I got second in Thailand in Asian Championship, I qualified directly to the Rio. So yeah, it was unbelievable really to get that news, that get letter that's officially you represent your country in the Olympic in Brazil. So I don't know what I say. Yeah. And I was there, and I met every cyclist, every strong cyclist there, and I raced with them. Yeah.
Fantastic. And not finished there. I think then you as well be a part of the UAE Emirates team. This is another dream coming true, and you're becoming a rider in the World Tour, in the Pro Tour. This is unbelievable. I think this is a dream. And going back to young Yousif crying with your brother not going into the bus, and then years later you were in the UAE. What an achievement!
Yes, thank you. Okay, yeah. On the ending of 2016, I got a contract from UAE Team Emirates, and I was really, I cannot believe that I will be rider on the World Tour team. Yes. So as you said, yeah, the dream come true, and I am riding until now with them, and I learning every day by day. I learning something new every day, not only on cycling. You know, to be a professional cycling, it's really hard, but it's really good to know how is the life, you know, of the professionals. It's not so. It's not like before. How I train, how I eat, how I sleep, how I dealing with people. You know, how talking with people is really different. So when you are professional, you have to see that the other riders how what they are doing. You know, how they are training, how they are eating. So now I'm 4 years with them, but 4 years, it's I think it's the best 4 years for me. You know, that's I'm representing. I'm only the Emirati riding for the World Tour team. So I'm only Arab, I think, now riding for the World Tour team.
Fantastic. And how different is comparing Friday morning, our Friday morning ride, to how different is it, if you would say?
50-50.
Very good.
Yeah, at the end with you in sprint, at the 50-50.
Okay. Okay, everything good. Fine.
Good.
How different is it? You are winning everything, gold medal, Asian Games. You are winning everything which is possible here in the Middle East, in Asia, and then you go to Europe. How different is racing in Europe compared to Asia?
Yeah, when I moved to World Tour level, I race in Europe a lot really. I moved to Europe also in the summer. I staying many time there, and I training with professional riders in training camps and in the summer. So, you know, I have to do something. Like as you said, I win everything here. much as possible. I win here and local races, Gulf region, Arab region, Asian Championship. But I have to do something for UAE and for Yousif also to do something in Europe races. But it's not easy, Wolfi, to say that. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it because races in Asia and UAE is much different than Europe. I cannot explain to you how it's much, but it's big different. The roads, the rain, the weather, cold, rain, everything is different than here. So I need more time to adapt myself. To adapt myself on the bike, in the lifestyle also in Europe. It's not easy. We have a traditional, our tradition. They have also different. It's not easy to be. You say, okay, you are a professional rider, you have to win, or you have to. No, it's not like this. But I need more time and more to achieve something bigger for UAE also in Europe.
Very good. Yeah, I can imagine. I think sometimes when people come and they say about cold weather, and you think cold weather is one thing, but I think in Europe, cold is different.
No, it's really different. It's really different. It's really different. Also, when you are in race, it's and training, the road is sleepy.
Yes.
It's different than here. It's different than here when we have rain. Also different than Asian races. But I'm trying year by year, race by race, show myself really and help the team much as possible to be always in the first positions.
Very good. If you think back now to 2009 when you started to become professional, what would you know? What would you wish you would have known there, and what you know now about training, about everything? So, if you could give yourself a tip 10 years ago, what would you tell him?
Sorry, Wolfi, I not hear you. Can you say it again?
Yeah, I will. I said, listen, if you look 10 years back and you would speak to yourself and you would say, Yousif, I give you now one tip. You should do this and this and this. I learned this already. And what would you think, would you wish you know 10 years ago, what you know now?
If we go back 10 years ago, it's a big difference. It's big different. Yeah, big different for me. I was 20 years only, and second year in elite category. So, I cannot imagine I'm here now. I cannot imagine I'm rider with World Tour team now. But yeah, we can say on that we have, as I say in the beginning, we have to dream big. We have to think big, to achieve something big for you and for your country. So if we go back to 2010, I will say I will work again to be a professional rider.
Very good. That's very nice. Yeah. What do you feel changes when you put the helmet on? Because I know you obviously as a very calm person, very collective. But when you put the helmet on, you change your mentality. You become more aggressive. You become really.
Yeah, the feeling is changing in the races, and sure, every riders come nervous in the bike, and everyone want to be on the position. Everyone want to be on the front, in the right position. So for me, and I think for Yousif, yeah, I am a different person on the bike, but I have to I have to be much I can more relaxed, more comfort in the race, but you cannot. Really, you cannot. I'm trying a lot, but you cannot. Because you have to concentrate from beginning until the end, until finish line. You have to be more focused on the behind your handlebar and focus until the end.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite race you're riding in Europe or anywhere around the world? What's the favorite event?
I really loved Tour of California in America. I was riding 2 times Tour of California, and it's really nice race. And was my best race I did with United Arab Emirates. And I don't know, there I feel like the roads and the life like Dubai. I don't know why, but really, to be honest with you, I like Tour of California.
Very nice. And if you could pick one race you want to win, you're dreaming big. So what's the race you want to win in your career? What's the race you want to win in your career?
I want to. I know it's hard, but I have to dream. You know, I want to win one stage in the Grand Tour. To be honest with you, it's my biggest dream. I think I don't say so I will win the tour or I will win general now. And one day, one rider from UAE have to win one stage on the Grand Tour.
Very good.
Inshallah.
Very good. I see that the UAE team is doing a lot of work, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, for the youth and for the young riders. I think that's very nice. And if a young rider would come to you and say, Yousif, I want to be the next Yousif Mirza of the UAE, what would you tell him? What would you say what he needs to do?
Yeah, you know, I'm very happy to see the kids now riding the bike, and I visit many schools in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and I think I'm also working with the UAE team members in youth academy in the summer. Last summer, we work together, and we find many young riders and cadets category. They love cycling, you know. But on these years, you know, we have to put on their mind the cycling. It's same the other sport like football. You don't think that no future on cycling. No, if no future on cycling, Yousif cannot ride with World Tour. So we have to put on their mind, and we have to let them thinking about more of cycling. How is healthy sports? You know, we can do it now here in every safe places. We have many places to do with cyclists here. So yeah, I will advise them to continue and fighting on the bike every day, and stay positive always.
Dream big. Very good. Now you are very lucky that you can ride Colnago bikes, and you can choose from 3 different bikes. You can choose the C64, V3R, and Concept. What's your favorite bike, or you have all of them, or which one is your favorite?
Yeah, I tried all of them really, but now this year I have V3RS.
Yes.
It's very light bike and very fast. To be honest with you, this is the best bike for me when I ride for UAE team Emirates. It's good for up and down. It's good for sprints. It's good for everything. I think rider like me in my style have to ride in this bike.
Very good, fantastic. Do you have any particular setup on your bike? Is there anything you like particular about the bike? You have any gadgets on your bike which is specifically for you?
No, I did the fitting with the team in the beginning of every season. So the fitting team advised me to put everything on the bike. So I am a normal rider on the bike. No, nothing special.
Did they give you like a name in the team? We have obviously people with a special nickname. Do you have any
some of my teammates, they call me a prince. But but I am not a prince.
Your brother told me as well that you like another sport very much, and you're really skillful in football. So what's your team you support?
You mean in Europe or here?
Anywhere you can choose.
Real Madrid in Spain.
Real Madrid.
I like them since 2002.
Okay, very early days. And is there something? Obviously, I know you're collecting UAE national champion titles as a hobby, but do you have any other things you collect?
Like what, Wolfi?
No, I know if you collect, Anna, maybe you collect jerseys or sneakers or anything. You have any?
not that much, but you know, I'm always interested in the watches.
Ah, watches, nice watches, very good.
Yeah.
Now we have been, obviously with COVID, it was a bit of a challenging situation. But the same time, we had maybe more time for family. We had different things we were looking at and maybe reorganizing our life. What do you think you learned from this time? And what do you want maybe to continue doing, maybe even afterwards? Do you feel anything has changed in your life and you appreciate it?
Yeah, Wolfi, you know, as we are cyclists, I think COVID give us a chance to spend more time with family. You know, I don't know how to explain, but really we are traveling a lot as a professional cyclist, and in this last 5 to 6 months, I never stay with my family like this. You know, it's
Yeah.
6 months is not short, but I'm very, you know, how to say it. It's good for us, but on the sports side it's not good. You know, it's no races, no good training, no good, you know, nutrition. It's something mentality. You know, it's something inside you when you are
Yes.
far from races, far from quality training, far from, you know, it teach us many things. You know, the life can change in suddenly. You know, the life can change in one time. So we are I think we are strong, and we will beat COVID, I think.
Yes, I'm sure we will. Yes, but it was nice. You have two sons. You're proud father of two sons. So I think they were happy to have you around.
Yeah. One of them, he want to come with us to share, to speak with you also.
How? Yes, he should come. We want to see him. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
One minute.
Yes. Yes. Amen. Yeah.
Hi, Wolfi.
Hi.
He's a
Wow.
Spider-Man.
Hello. Yes, you're Ahmed.
Yes.
Very nice. Ahmed, what do you think? Your father is an unbelievable champion. You know that. He is the best cyclist of the whole UAE. No one can go as fast as a bicycle than he can do.
Yeah, Kalam in English. He talking in Arabic.
Very good. And one day you will become as well a cyclist?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Like your uncle, Uncle Bada?
Inshallah, yes.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next time you come to the shop, please. Next time you come
Okay.
with your father, and then I can meet you in person when you come to our shop.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Very nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Very special.
Thank you, Wolfi.
Thank you. Is there anything on your, we call it bucket list, something you want to achieve in your life, maybe besides cycling, something you're planning, maybe you want to climb a mountain, you want to do something different?
Say it again, Wolfi. Sorry.
I said, is there anything on your, we call it like a bucket list, something you want to achieve in life and something you want to climb a mountain, you want to do something? Is there anything outside cycling?
Yeah, sure. We are, you know, when you are a professional cyclist, it's no time to do other things, you know. But
Yes.
I think on my mind, I want to try many things like a mountain bike, as you say. I
Okay.
want to do many things. Also, it's belong cycling, but I never tried. But I want to try it really. I never tried mountain bike races. I know it's in UAE, it's happening. Like I think you are organized also races in Hatta, but I want to join really. But I think on that period of the season, we are very busy in the races. So I think in the next years I will be with you in the mountain bike.
Okay. I think it's amazing. If you go to Europe, obviously you have seen the mountains, but with the mountain bike, you can go to Switzerland, Germany, and you go off-road. It's beautiful. So if this is as well a very, very nice place to do the racing. So
Inshallah, inshallah.
I have a few more things I want to ask you, and it's only a short sentence, and you finish the sentence for me. Who do you think is the greatest cyclist of all time?
It's hard question. I think it's a Bradley Wiggins.
Bradley Wiggins, very good, very nice. Who do you think is the greatest sprinter of all times? You can name me if you want.
It's Cavendish.
Cavendish. Good. No, he's unbelievable, and I think we had the pleasure to ride with him in from
Abu Dhabi Classic.
Yeah, and you told me the story that he was speaking in Italian to you.
Yeah. He come to me suddenly on the crosswind and he said, "Come on, Yousif, let's go." But in Italian, I was I was shocked when he said to me in Italian because I said in English much easier. But I understand, and we attack and we go on a breakaway, me and him, and 10 maybe 50 riders.
I got dropped that day. Yes. What do you think is the best part about being a pro cyclist? What do you enjoy most of being a professional cyclist?
Sure, the races in Europe. The races. Yeah.
Very good. If you have to write a book about your career, what is going to be the title of the book?
The Fighter.
Very good. I like that. Very good. And you mentioned before your hero is your brother.
Say it again. Okay. Well.
No, I said you mentioned before your hero is your brother, but I think this is good. And who do you think is going to win the Tour de France in 2020? Who do you think is winning the Tour?
I think Chris Froome.
Okay, he's a fighter. He's coming back, and very good, very good. And if you wear socks, you would like them short or long?
Long.
Long socks. If you're racing with a power meter, or you're racing by how you feel?
How I feel, because the power cannot control on your feeling.
Okay. And you're always shaving your legs?
But sorry, the power meter and feeling is different. If time trial, sure I have to go with power meter, but in progress I go with
you go. Yeah. You always shave your legs?
No. Sometimes.
You like it better riding on the flat or in the mountains?
Up and down.
Up and down.
Yeah, because not long climbing. Only 5 to 7K.
Yes, 5 to 7K.
Yeah.
And the wind is your friend or your enemy?
My friend. I like.
Your friend. Your brother said something very nice. He said the mountains in Kofakan and the ocean wind made him strong.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see on the first video you shared the first beginning of the meeting, Salam race. So I win the 2 edition with the crosswind. So it's my friend. The wind is my friend.
Very good. Do you have a favorite quote? Like you have a saying? You have a favorite quote, like a saying in Arabic or anything, like something you like to live your life by?
Favorite what? Sorry again, Wolfi.
Quote, like somebody is saying, like a word from like a word of wisdom.
Not that much. No.
Okay. If you go for coffee, you have espresso or cappuccino?
Americano.
Americano. Yeah. And what's your favorite food? What are you cooking when you're home?
Pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah.
And for sweets, for after food, when it's for the sweets and dessert, what's your favorite dessert?
Omali.
Omali.
Something,
okay,
yeah, something is Arabic in Arabic. I don't know if you know it or not.
No, I know it. I know it. Yes, I know. It's always on the buffet when you have. It's
Yes,
nice. It's
yes,
bread with milk and nuts and yeah.
yeah.
If you could spend one day with a person, if you can spend one day with a person, he's dead or alive, and you can choose, who would this person be?
So in now or in the past?
Anytime. You can just choose now. You want to spend one day. You want to with your son.
I want to spend with you.
Very nice. Very nice.
I want to be with him all life.
Very good. It will be, inshallah. Very good. Very good. Is there anything else, Yousif, we didn't speak about? You wanna mention? Is there any?
I don't know, Wolfi, but I don't know how to thank you to having me today. Really, I'm happy and proud to having me with you in meeting today and sharing our stories and our journey, my journey.
Yes.
In cycling. And now, and one thing we forget, how I met you. I saw you one day in the race. I went to the shop, but I didn't meet you. After that, yeah. Okay. After that, I meet you in one local race.
Okay.
My brother said, "Hey, Yousif, this is Wolfi," and he's the owner of the Wolfi's bike shop. Yeah, and on that, it was 2005. I think 2004 or 2005.
Where was this?
In Sharjah. It was local from Federation race.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how did I do?
Yeah, I not remember, but now 15 years, 16 years, we know each other.
Very good. No, I know. I remember. I can't remember that race. Yeah, but I remember these days.
I was only 17 years old. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. That's very nice. Very nice.
Cool.
Yousif, I want to thank you as well. I think it's incredible that we obviously can share the story, and I think that the whole UAE is proud to have a son like you to represent the UAE in so many races. And I'm so happy to see you and your family, and I'm looking really forward to see many more years for you to race and success. And I'm sure that we.
I promise to represent UAE in good image and show the world that UAE have good riders, and I think in the future we will have a much more than Yousif in the UAE. Inshallah.
And do you know what races you will do? Do you have already a plan for the next couple of?
Yes, I have some races. I will do classics.
Yes.
Yeah. In the beginning, I received the program, but in America. But I think it's hard to travel in America on these days.
Yes.
So yeah, but I will do 3 races. The first one is named Jitixo. I don't know where. It will be on the 2nd of August.
Okay.
Yeah, and the second is Matteo Pantani in Italy. It will be on 29th of August.
Okay.
After that, I do in Bing Bang Tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So until now, I have this race only. So I'm waiting to.
We met Lawrence.
When we go back normal to racing, the program is flexible and will change it, I think.
Oh, very good, fantastic. We met Lawrence de Plus, who won the Bling Bang Tour. He was in Dubai, and we were riding Friday.
Yeah, it's by the way, it's very hard race, huh? It's very hard race.
Yes.
I did already 2018, and it's always crosswind. When we cross the border from Holland, Netherlands, and Belgium, it's very crosswind. So I'm very excited to do it again.
Very good, fantastic. Thank you very much, and it's very nice to see you, Ahmed. Thank you for the time. Next week Wednesday, I have another special guest from Germany. Maybe you know him. They call him the gorilla.
Ah, yeah, Andre Grabel.
Andre Greipel. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
very excited
I
to
met
speak
him
to
last. I met him last summer in Germany.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well done.
Good.
Well done, Yousif. Great
Thank
story.
you.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you all.
Stay safe.
Thank
Thank you
you. Bye
everyone
bye.
for listening.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.